Welcome to my little yoga video. This is a 20-minute practice that will loosen up your whole body and get you stretched out. And we're going to start in child's pose. So just come down onto your mat and rest your hips back. Rest your forehead to your mat. Close your eyes if you'd like. Take a couple deep breaths. Just letting yourself begin to transition from the day that you've had or whatever it was that you were doing to this sacred time on your mat. Let yourself take one more deep breath. Just fill up your belly. Relax your jaw as you exhale. And then let yourself rise up on your next breath in onto hands and knees in tabletop position. And just start to sway your hips a little bit from side to side. Letting your spine and your waistline start to stretch out a bit. You could even peek over one shoulder as your hips rock to that side, and then peek over the other shoulder as you move to the opposite side. And then let your spine move in any way that feels good for you. I suggest a big circling motion with your spine. And you'll want to definitely flex your spine a little bit, bringing your chin to your chest and squeezing your belly, and then arching your spine by gazing up and stretching open your chest. And then adding that side-to-side motion. So you're just drawing some big circles with your spine. Do whatever feels good here, and just keep breathing. Slow, deep, and even. Your shoulders can move a little bit, elbows soft. And allow your neck to spin around in a few circles as well. Take one more nice deep breath in and let yourself breathe out completely. And then I'm going to have you shift yourself back into your first downward facing dog. And here too in down dog, just let your body stretch out. So you can walk your dog by lifting and lowering the heels, or bend your knees and straighten your knees. Maybe letting your hips move a little bit from side to side as well here. Deep breathing. Right, so as you start to open up all of your joints and relax your muscles, right, you can take in a much deeper breath. Great, so just a couple more breaths, finishing up with any little movements that your down dog is desiring. And then we're going to add a lift of the right leg. So go ahead and take that right leg up, and then if you'd like, you can bend the knee, straighten the knee, and maybe spin out your ankle a few times. Wiggle your toes. Deep breath here, breathing in, stretching through the front of that right hip. And then when you're ready, just release, let that foot come back down to the floor. And then we'll just take that onto side two. So lifting your left leg, stretching it up, bending the knee, straightening the knee, and rotating out your ankle, wiggling your toes. So this is all about getting your joints open. Fluid movement, repetitive movement sometimes can also help a lot with stimulating those joints. So release that leg, release that foot back down to the floor, and then from your downward facing dog, walk your hands back to your feet and let yourself hang out in an easy forward fold here. So you may want to bend your knees or bend and straighten your knees, and then just kind of jiggle out your spine, wiggle out your shoulders, shake out your arms. And then let's take a few bending of the knees and straightening of the knees. So come all the way down into a squat, and then stretch your legs straight, and then bend your knees, come all the way down into a squat, and stretch your legs straight. Do that a few times. And breathe in as you bend the knees. Breathe out as you straighten your legs. And then work your feet a little wider apart and come back down into your squat. And see if you can get your heels to touch the floor. And then round your torso forward and let your elbows drop down into your mat if possible. Hang your head heavy. Releasing out those hips, those knees, and your ankles. Deep breathing here. In through the nose, relax your jaw as you breathe out. One more full breath in, complete breath out, and then begin to ease yourself up out of your squat and bring yourself back into a forward fold. Adjust your feet, hang forward, again shaking out any residual tension that you might be feeling in your spine, and then bend your knees a little bit and begin to roll up through your spine. And when you get all the way up to standing, just lift those shoulders, shrug them up, back and down, and then step your feet out about mat width apart and just start to twist from side to side. Let your arms flop a little bit. And when you twist in one direction, make sure your gaze follows the rest of your spine. You might get a few nice pops and cracks along your back with this one. Nice and loose with those arms, just let them flop around from side to side. Keep your knees a little soft. And then slow that down, and then just start to shake out your whole body. So shake out your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. I want you to be really loosey-goosey here. And you might even do kind of like a little jogging in place to get the ankles, knees, and hips warmed up. This will increase your heart rate slightly as well. Yeah, so just shake it all out. Shake it all out. Let it feel good. Imagine you're kind of shaking off water like a dog would do. And then slow that down. Feel your body coming back into a still place. Give your wrists a little spin. A little extra attention for those wrist joints, which usually don't get a ton of specific or direct attention in our yoga practice. Circle out your shoulders a few times, lift them way up into the ears, shrug them down your back. Do that in both directions. And then do a couple big arm circles. Sweep your arms all the way up, reach them back and around. Reverse that direction. Swing the arms, letting them cross at the front of the body. So we're just doing really loose, free movements to awaken your joints, to loosen things up. Good. And then settle back into stillness and just breathe. And let your arms rise up towards the ceiling as you inhale, and then soften your torso forward as you exhale. Back into your forward fold here. Breathe in, lift your chest, look forward, and then all the way back out into your down dog. Walk your hands towards the front of your mat. Settle in. I love to stretch the feet out in down dog. So a way that you can do that is try to stand on the tops of your feet. So your toes are actually pointing back, and you might only be able to do one at a time, but give that a little try, and then lift your right leg and shake it. Just shake, 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 shake. Again, like you're a wet dog trying to shake off the water. And then do that on your left side as well. Lift your left leg and just give it a good shake. Shake off all the tension, shake off all the stress. Let it go with a nice vigorous shake, and then release. Go ahead and place that foot back to the floor. Keep coming back to your breath. We're going to breathe in, and this is called a roll through. So you round your back, roll yourself forward right into your up dog, and then just linger in up dog and take a breath or two. And then take yourself all the way back to your down dog. Try that one or two more times. So from down dog, you're going to lift your heels, look at your belly button, and round forward, like moving from your tailbone, rounding forward through your spine, letting your pelvis drop, and then pulling your belly and your chest through the arms to an up dog. So a little different type of vinyasa there. And then back into your down dog. Take a breath in and step your right foot to the front of your mat. Release your left knee down onto the floor and just lean into your hips, press them forward, and breathe nice and deeply. And then lift your left knee and lift your right arm, twisting your lunge. If you want to work a little bit deeper, you can take that left elbow and wedge it to the outside of your right thigh and press your palms together. So great to twist out your spine. A couple more deep breaths here. After all of that movement through the joints, it's nice to just hold a pose in stillness. And then go ahead and release. Take your hands to the mat, step back into your down dog, and then take another one of those roll throughs into your up dog, back to your down dog. You can do that a couple times if you'd like with your breath, breathing forward to your up dog, breathing out as you roll yourself back to down dog. And then we'll just switch sides. So you're going to breathe in. You're ready, stepping that left foot forward into your deep lunge, tapping the right knee down, pressing your hips forward. Should feel like a nice stretch. And then tuck your right toes, lifting the knee. Press into your right palm and send your left arm up towards the ceiling. Rotate your gaze up towards that lifted left hand. Twisting lunge. If you want to work deeper, wedge your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Press your palms, holding here and breathing deep. Just enjoy that twist. And then hands coming back to the floor. And this time you're going to step all the way to the front of the mat. Take a breath in, lift your chest, and then fold nice and deeply. Draw your nose to your knees as you exhale. And then rolling yourself up through your spine. So relax your knees a little bit, round your back, let your arms dangle, head dangles until you get all the way to the top. And then lift your gaze and arch your back and fold back forward. Do that another time. Roll up. And when you get to the top, roll the shoulders back, open the chest, look up, and then take your heart forward and down. One more time. Roll yourself up. This time, lift your arms at the top, lift your chest, lift your gaze, and then dive down and in as you exhale. Back into your forward fold, hanging out here. Breathing in, lifting your chest, looking forward. Breathing out, walk, step, or hop back. Lower yourself down through chaturanga. Breathing into up dog. Breathing out through down dog. Settle into your down dog. Take one full breath in and out. And then on your next breath in, hop your feet forward, lifting your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, lowering yourself down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Picking up the pace just a bit here with these sun salutes. On your next breath in, walk, step, or hop forward, lifting through the heart. Soften your back and fold. Exhale. Breathing in, lifting through the chest, rising up, sweeping the arms overhead. Dive forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take the feet back, plank. Exhaling through chaturanga. Actually holding plank. Sorry about that. Holding in plank for a little bit, charging your core. And then you can lower yourself down all the way through chaturanga, taking up dog as you breathe in. Yeah, we're slowing things down quite a bit now. Holding in that up dog. And then all the way back through your down dog. All right. Step your right foot forward. Breathe in and bring yourself up into a warrior one pose. As you exhale, find warrior two. As you inhale, lift your right arm up and over. And exhale, triangle pose. Holding here in triangle. Taking a few breaths, just enjoying the expansiveness of this pose. When you're ready, breathe in, lift yourself up through warrior two, and then all the way into side angle pose. So you can take your right forearm to your thigh or right hand to the floor, reach your left arm over, and then we'll exhale, release the pose, come into your lunge and twist it, lifting your right arm. And then releasing, step back, move yourself through a vinyasa. You can always just take a break in child's pose as well. And then from downward facing dog, we'll take that on side two. So when you're ready, breathe in, step your left foot forward, rise up into warrior one. As you exhale, finding warrior two. Lifting your left palm, reaching up and arcing back, illuminating your warrior. And triangle pose, tipping forward and down, straight legs, long straight arms. Gaze up if you can, looking towards that lifted thumb. And breathing. On your next inhalation, let yourself rise up into your warrior two pose, and then taking a deeper side angle pose. Holding here and breathing. We'll exhale, sweeping the right arm to the floor and lifting the left arm into a twist as you inhale. Step yourself back when you're ready, and again move through a vinyasa following your breath. Meeting in down dog. Take a couple breaths. And then we're going to start winding things down a little bit by transitioning to the floor. So just walk your feet forward, let yourself have a seat, and then come all the way down into your back. You can hug your knees into your chest here and just rock a little from side to side. Take your arms out in line with your shoulders. Let's drop the knees over to the right and just enjoy a nice easy twist here. Gaze towards your left hand and take a couple deep breaths. And then switching sides, just lift your knees, release them over to the opposite side, gaze towards your right hand and breathe. And then draw the knees back up through center. Rock around a little bit, massaging your back, circling the knees. And then reach down, see if you can grab your feet. And just let your elbows kind of press your knees away as you pull the feet in towards your belly a little bit. Giving an opening to those inner hips and inner thighs. And then when you are ready, you can draw your knees back into your chest. And we're going to transition into bridge pose, so a little back bend action. So feet on the floor, line up your heels with your sit bones. Have your feet hip distance apart. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. And then take a nice full breath in. And as you exhale, press the feet, lift your hips. Come up as high as you're comfortable. If you'd like, you can walk your shoulders together, interlace your hands. Holding here and breathing. So you might want to just stay right here in bridge pose for a few more breaths, but if you'd like to go a little deeper, come on down and prepare for wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So taking the hands alongside your ears. And when you are ready, you might again enjoy a full breath in, and then as you exhale, push through the hands and feet to lift your body up into your wheel. This is such an expansive pose. See if you can maintain equal weight through the feet and the hands. Release out your neck. A couple deep breaths. If you'd like, you can add on to this by trying to lift your right leg up for a breath. Back to the floor, and then lift your left leg up for a breath. You could do that if you're just in the basic bridge pose as well. And when you've had enough of your wheel or your bridge pose, go on and release, coming back onto your back. And see if there's anything else that your body needs in this moment. Maybe just a hug of the thighs to the belly, or some other postures that your body's craving like a forward fold or an inversion. If you'd like, you can just press pause and carry on with your practice. Or Savasana time, lying down on your back and getting comfortable for full relaxation. Reach out through your heels, let your feet fall open. Arms can be resting alongside the body or possibly resting your hands over your belly. Tuck your chin gently, lengthening out the back of the neck. Let go of controlling your breath and instead just sit back and begin to watch it as a witness. Feel your entire body completely relaxing, allowing your mind to be at ease for the next several minutes. When you feel like you've completed your Savasana, just allow yourself to rise back up to a seated position. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling and then transitioning back into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this practice helped you loosen up your body so that you can feel more free and alive in it. Namaste.